Welcome back to another AQ3D video. In this one, we're going over the cross skills and which one might be good for your playstyle. As of the filming of this video, you can equip up to 3 different skills, and there are multiple different skill categories. The first of which is the base skills, and you can select any one of these to put into your toolbar. You've also got the cross skills, which are unlocked by ranking up your classes. So you need to get your class, so let's say warrior, to rank 10, and once you get your class to rank 10, you unlock the cross skill. This goes for every class except for the skins. The skins do not unlock anything because you're ranking up the base class. The final category is heroic skills, which are unlocked via gameplay or by purchasing them with gold or dragon crystals, things like that. Currently, as of the filming of this video, there are only 2 heroic skills available. Summon Werewolf Centurion is in the Werewolf Coliseum. You can access it there. And the Flash of Light is inside of the class trainers. Talk to the very first NPC in the door, and you can get access to the Flash of Light. I'm going to be going over the skills in categories. So the first category will be mobility, and there are 4 different ones that I put into this actually, no, 5 different skills that I put into the mobility category. The first is dash. Now this has a 30-second cooldown, and you literally just dash forward a little bit. Due to the 30-second cooldown though, to me it's not really worth it. The next ability is rush. Now what this does is creates an area in front of you that speeds up not just you, but your allies as well. Now this has a 45-second cooldown, so outside of PvP, I don't really think this is worth it really. Has a 65% increase of move speed, but only lasts for 5 seconds. So 45 seconds, that's pretty long. Quick Step is the next one, and this is one of my favorite mobility skills. This has a 5-second cooldown, very, very fast, and you move forward similar to the dash. Now you don't cover as much distance as the dash, but when you're comparing them side by side, they're pretty close. If you're looking for like a dodge mechanic or something, Quick Step is definitely going to scratch that itch. The next mobility skill is Sprint. This gains a quick burst of speed. Now this is a 20-second cooldown, which is pretty good. Has a 65% move speed, but it only lasts for not even 4 seconds. The final mobility skill would be Disengage. Now this isn't just a mobility skill. This can be used as a dodge, as it does launch you backwards. However, it also launches an arrow at the same time. So this isn't only a mobility skill, this is also an offensive skill, again launching an arrow at your opponent, and this has an 80% attack power, so pretty decent. I also really like the cooldown because it's only 15 seconds. Before I go any further, if you guys are enjoying this video, please do me a favor and tap that like button, smash subscribe, and hit the notification if you want to stay up to date with all of my content. Next category is healing abilities or defensive ones, and the first is block. This is not really one I ever use because it's got a 1-minute cooldown. This is essentially for PvP, as it does 1,000 protection, and it also stops you from moving completely. Next you have Mend. Now this doesn't heal you, this heals the lowest health ally nearby, which might be you. But it's only a 15% heal power and a 45-second cooldown, which is pretty long. Next is Presence of Mind. Now this is not a healing ability, but it does boost the heal power of healing spells or items by 35%. It has a 35-second cooldown and the duration is 8 seconds. Following this is Holy Bolt, and this is not just a healing ability, this is also an attack. 80% attack power with a 30-second cooldown, and it heals you over time with a 15% heal power. Bone Prison. I put this into the defensive category because as an offensive class, it's pretty weak with 50% attack power. It has a 30-second cooldown, and it snares your opponent for 3 seconds. Cosmic Reverberation. This is an amazing healing power. With 20-second cooldown, this heals those who hit the opponent you're attacking. So if you're hitting a target and other people are hitting it, it's healing them as well. Now, Reverberation only lasts for 3 seconds, which is super short, but using the right class, you can gain health back really fast. The final defensive skill is Flash of Light, and this is one of the unlockable ones, the heroic skills. Flash of Light heals your target, either you or whoever you're targeting, for 20%, and it has a 15-second cooldown. So this is definitely the best healing ability, but there's supposed to be an update coming that will be making this requiring having some form of mana. So classes like Samurai and classes who don't have any form of mana will not be able to use it. Next is the offensive one. So the first of which is Mark. Mark singles out your target, actually increasing the damage by anyone. So if you have multiple people attacking the target, they're going to be doing more damage by 20%, which is nice. Lasts for 4 seconds, but it has a 45-second cooldown, which makes it not really worth it in a PvE situation, but it's good for PvP. Fester is another one. Now this has 100% attack power, which is nice. It also reduces a 60% incoming healing, and the duration of this is 6 seconds, but it has a 45-second cooldown, which is quite lengthy for PvE. Seismic Slam. Now this isn't only a good skill because it has 150 attack power, it also has a lower cooldown at 25 seconds, and it's an AoE, so it doesn't only hit one target, it hits multiple targets. Rune Siphon. This is a damage over time. The attack power is 50 on the initial hit with 100% on the damage over time with 3 seconds. The cooldown is 25 seconds, and this has an added bonus of doubling your resource generation for 3 seconds. Swift Kick. This only does 80% attack power, but it has a 25-second cooldown, which is good. This also slows and weakens the opponent's ability, lowers their attack by 20%, their auto attack speed, their skill speed, and their cast speed by 40%, and this lasts for 4 seconds. Provoke. This is a good one. This is 125% attack power with a 10-second cooldown. You heard me correct. 10 seconds. This also taunts them, temporarily forcing the opponent to attack you. The duration for this is 8 seconds. Rend. This has 150% attack power with a 25-second cooldown and has an added bonus of doing an armor break, which lowers the armor and the protection by 40%. This lasts for 4 seconds. Lucky Shot. This is a basic one. This does 130% with a 25-second cooldown, and this is a guaranteed critical hit. Blizzy's Blizzard Blitz. This is 100% attack power with a 5-second duration and a 30-second cooldown. This is not only a ability to slow them down for 5 seconds or to freeze them for 3 seconds. This also is an AoE, so it attacks anything in the area. Menacing Stance. Now this is a status buff. What this does is this increases your critical hit up to 100% for 3 seconds. And this is a 25-second cooldown, so not really one I ever use. Next is Wild Shout, and this is another status buff where it increases your haste by 60 seconds. This lasts, by 60%, and this lasts for 4 seconds with a 30-second cooldown. This doesn't only impact you, this impacts anyone around you. Last but not least, Summon Werewolf Centurion. This is a 2-minute cooldown. Very lengthy cooldown, but this thing will stand its ground. Even if you die, it will stand its ground. I think it lasts for 30 seconds. Using this ability, unfortunately, will mean you will be waiting for the cooldown more than actually using the ability. However, there is a small perk to this. You can actually use your healer class with this ability because you can use your ultimate with the healer to reduce the cooldown for the summon werewolf, thus you're able to use it more frequently. Now I also want to mention I am not a professional when it comes to skills and how to use them or anything like that. So the next info I'm going to provide is just based on my own personal opinion. for the mobility skill that I use the most, it would be between two of them. Quick Step is definitely one of my go-tos. If I want to use a dodge type of ability, Quick Step is definitely the option I would choose out of any of the other mobility options besides one, and that would be Disengage. Disengage is one that I would be using as a mobility thing simply because I can use it as a dodge ability. It provides a ranged ability, especially if I'm using a class that doesn't have range, and it can get me out of the way of something attacking me. With an 80% attack power and a 15-second cooldown, I'm not waiting very long before I'm able to use it again. For my defensive or healing ability, I really don't use anything in here for that because the cooldowns on these just do not make it worth it for me. So I would definitely be selecting one of these as my defensive thing. One of the healing ones I would go for would be this if they didn't have this, but I go for this because it has a 15-second cooldown and honestly is the best healing ability in the game right now. But if it wasn't, then I would possibly be going for this one or this one. Those would be my healing ones. But yeah, definitely for healing or defensive, whatnot, this is definitely the one I'd go for. As for the offensive, I wouldn't use anything in here, again, because of the cooldown. And I don't really use this very much either, again, because of the cooldown. What I do use, if I'm in an AoE situation where I'm taking out multiple opponents, I would be selecting Seismic Slam and the Blizzard's Blitz. However, I would be choosing Seismic Slam over this one due to this one doing a lot of damage and having a shorter cooldown. Both of these are AoE skills, which is why I would use them if I'm farming multiple mobs. However, my go-to offensive skill is Provoke, and this is because of the 10-second cooldown and the 125% damage, or well, attack power. Now, if I wasn't using Provoke, Rend would be my next option, and this is because of the 150% attack power with the 25-second cooldown and, of course, the chance to armor break. I'm curious what cross skills or abilities you put into your toolbar to complete your combat set. Let me know in the comments below. If you made it this far into the video, post a secret word CROW into the comments. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.